Ok.
Siamo online.
Se vuoi metterti queste. Alright players, here we are with the third match of the day. We had some issues with our first cast, but we're gonna fix it somehow, and now it should be okay even with the microphone. And we have Manuel Anselmo on the right playing Grixis Smasher, a very heavy both burn, both control deck, I'd say. And on the left we have a very aggressive deck, at least it should be, theoretically, which is gonna be Rafik of the Many. We have here also the lists, so we're gonna just quickly check over.
I'm actually extremely curious about the Rafik deck list, because you know, it's an unusual deck. Usually, if you're playing Vant in this format, you would choose Gennara as a commander.
Yeah, and not Rafik indeed. Yeah, Rafik is quite of an heroic choice, I would say. It's not seen anymore as it was seen maybe in the past, especially when Commander was played between 4 players and not 2 like now. But I think that it's gonna be a very interesting match. I mean, Rafik can deal a lot of damage very early, as well as Grixis Smasher. So it's gonna be very interesting. Maybe we're gonna see some quick matches. But who knows? I mean, we're just gonna have to...
Honestly, I have to say that the deck list is pretty straightforward, the objective.
Okay.
I mean, only...
So a very aggressive
yes,
list,
that's a bunch of strong cards, staples
Do
of
we
the
have
format,
some
like,
counters, or...?
Yes, we have a few counter spells in the deck list. Cryptic Command.
Okay,
Yes, we have a few counter spells.
Okay.
Council
So
Judgment
I'd
is
say
a
a solid blue base with a lot of ways to really kill your opponents.
Actually, yes.
Quickly, let's
Remand,
say.
Mana Leak, Memory Lapse. It's definitely a blue-based deck by now.
Okay,
A blue-based
thank you.
deck who wants to start with, you know, Land Dork maybe, probably. I would say that it's an unusual commander, but a really straightforward deck list.
And on the side of Manuel Anselmo, okay, a very nice handshaking by the players. We see a lot of fair play, and that's really, I mean, that makes you feel good that there's a safe environment in which players are playing.
Yes, many players from outside tells me that the environment is pretty good here today.
Okay, very well. And let's see who is gonna start and what we're gonna see by these players.
Oh, Manuel Anselmo is one of... it's actually a really active member of our community. Speaking about the Italian one.
Yeah?
He's a he's a huge player. He runs a lot of different decks in order to try different strategies and adapt to the metagame.
Gitaxian Probe,
yes, we can see
2.
Matteo Pavani starting the game.
This is already interesting in my opinion. You're gonna
Whoa. What a keep!
Okay, yeah, there's a lot of lands there. Well, maybe you don't wanna to... you feel confident in your draws and you don't really wanna mess up with Mulligan, but I have to agree that this is quite a strange keep.
Maybe he thought, you know, I can bluff, maybe, if my opponent doesn't know my hand.
Okay, yeah,
I can actually
well.
bluff and not missing my land drums. My commanders are my treats, so I can still play this game, but you know, that Gitaxian destroyed that place.
Well, theoretically speaking, he should be able to draw some creatures or spells right now, because
mainly spells, obviously.
Yeah, because he has a lot of hands, but you never know in Magic.
Yes.
And I was saying it was already an interesting playing the Gitaxian played spending life points, but that's probably because he did not have an island. And
no, as you said, he played a tapped land on turn 1. It's Cathedral of War. It's a tapped land that gives colorless mana, which have Exalted. Oh, he missed his third land drop. Maybe he kept a hand hoping that he would draw another land.
Well, actually, it was... Yeah, it was
I can
him
see a mana
starting,
leak.
yeah. Okay, it's
Manuel drew some power.
And there's the land.
Oh, there's the land.
We
are
say,
still in the game.
Yeah, we can say quite lucky, maybe, but, I mean...
Oh, how many lands is the deck running?
Yeah,
I mean,
let's just check it out.
I would say a decent amount.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have the precise number just because there are a lot of named lands and not basics. And by the way, the game goes on, and there was some action on the screen, but I cannot really tell the name of the cards just by the figures, so I might have to.
36 lands.
Okay, I
Gosh.
I might need your help asking what was Pavani's play.
Oh, he played Mother of Rooms.
Okay.
And
Yeah, that's a Mother
Yes,
of Rooms.
that's Mother
Now
of
I can
Rooms with a
recognize
new
it.
artwork. And
Yeah.
did Manuel attempted to counter that spell?
I did not really see it because I was
Yes,
watching
probably
with you
because
the
of the
lists.
remand in the graveyard. He tried
But
to.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, here is a dog.
Okay. We're gonna start to look up for the life points. And we should have
I'm going to help.
Matteo at 28 while Manuel is at 30. And we have Orfeo going and just fixing it up a little bit. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. They fixed it by themselves. Matteo was at 28 and did not
Here
check.
I am.
Okay. And let's see what happens on the board right now. It should
Oh, he
be-
drew a forest.
Yeah, and he was blocked with lands. He did not have any land on his hand, so that was a good draw, I guess.
Yeah,
Let's
huge
see how
draw
he's
for
gonna.
Matteo.
Let's see how he's gonna play. Another dog, I guess.
It's a dog, yes.
Yeah.
He's saying, I draw my green, so you're not going to steal it from me.
Okay, and now it's Manuel's turn. He's very patient in playing Rafik. I mean, he's gonna play against a based control deck. I know that Grixis Smasher has a lot of damage with him, but I would not call it a burn deck. I would call it more of a control
Yes,
deck.
it's actually a control deck.
He's waiting a lot before he plays Rafik, just because he knows that he has to play it with a plan and not just play it and get countered. Even because as many times as you play your commander,
Here we see
if
a
he
turn
gets
the last
countered,
roll.
it's a
4
problem.
mana 4/4 can't be
Okay.
countered. X-proof. 2 mana regenerate.
Well, that seems
It's just a screw you card.
yeah, that seems like a fair card. It seems like a blue,
It's a
a
little
green
brick.
true nemesis.
Yes. We have also to say that Grixis Smasher is one of the decks of this moment. Very powerful deck, able to turn games on his side. So,
Yeah.
Matteo is probably feeling the pressure of playing against one of the tires of the
Yeah,
format.
and he also maybe put that specific card in the deck just because he knows that there's a lot of blue in this format right now. I mean,
Yes.
a lot of control decks, and so you want to play creatures that cannot be countered and things like that, just
Yes.
because you know you're playing against some blue.
Also,
eventually.
truly is a choice that players make often in their decks.
no.
I mean, it's a good card in a metagame of
Yeah.
control decks.
Yeah,
as you
Manuel
said.
played his first commander. Let's remember the.
It's Vial Smasher. It's a creature for 3 mana, 2/3. Whenever you play the first spell of each turn,
Yeah.
she deals damage to your opponent equal to the casting cost of that spell.
Okay, I wanted to say that he has 2 commanders because maybe someone doesn't know it, but with the new expansion you can have 2 commanders in your deck if they have partner ability, let's say.
Yes.
Now it was, if I can recall
I
correctly.
saw a monster in Manuel's hand.
Okay, I cannot
It was-
really see
Yes,
cards
it's the
in
second
their
card in
hands.
his hand. It's Elder Deep Fiend.
Okay.
Huge card from a new expansion set.
Okay.
He wanted to bounce Mother of Rooms.
Yeah, that's a boomerang. Okay, that's a very ugly boomerang, but that's a boomerang. Okay,
it's
it's gonna
always the
protect.
same boomerang. Oh yes.
It's gonna protect it by himself, by herself, I guess. Okay. And he dealt damage with the ability of his commander, I guess. With the boomerang, he
Yes,
did 2
because he
damage.
was at 28.
Yeah.
Oh, also, Vial Smasher's ability is a trigger. So if you don't actually remember to deal damage to your opponent,
Yeah.
you have just missed it.
Yeah, indeed.
So you have to be very patient about playing this deck. Also because
and very
Crown, the
careful
other
to
commander,
everything that happens.
has
Yeah.
another trigger ability.
Yeah, so it's gonna be very up to you to remember your triggers. And here, as I said before, this could have been either a very short game or a very long one. Rafik isn't in game yet, so this is gonna be a very long game. I think that we're not gonna see the end of this game in like 2 minutes, but we're gonna have to wait some more just because of how the board is set right now. Now 2 damage with the commander. I'm not sure how does it work with the commander damage in partner.
You have to take note of the damage that both your commander does, because they have to be marked separated.
Okay.
They
Perfect.
have to be separated one another.
But I mean, with I think that the plan of
course.
Manuel is just to kill him straight with 30 health points and not just okay.
That's a serum vision for
He's
Manuel.
gonna draw something. Let's see. Let's see.
Yes, he shot 1 damage to his opponent.
He did trigger it.
And now there is the scry too.
When you are at the 3rd match and you're on screen and there's a lot on the line, maybe you can really miss that 1 damage that can really change your game.
I can see a lot of power in Manuel's hand, a lot of counter spells, a lot of answers, but now he have to look for something that can help him in managing that turn, because it's
cards.
full.
You know cards very well, and I don't. But I see a lot of blue cards, and it doesn't really seem that he has the mana to play all of them. I mean, I'm not sure of what duels does he have in his...
he just have a Sunken Hollow untapped, and that's all the blue he has. So he has just 2 manas.
So it's safe to say that maybe...
Eladam recalls end of turn.
Okay.
It's a demonic tutor for a creature card, instant speed, you have to reveal this.
Okay. Yeah, just because it's a creature you would take
you
whatever
have to
you want.
It.
Okay, let's see what it's gonna take.
I actually see a lot of power in Manuel's hand. He just have to find out a solution.
Do you
for
think that Matteo
turn.
has a straight plan, or is just searching for a solution in his deck? Because this is interesting.
I'm actually thinking that he will find out for, more board control, maybe more hand control if his deck allows him to. Yes.
Okay.
That's a real treat
that
for
that
Manuel.
wasn't maybe he didn't think about that card specifically. He just thought I need something.
Yes.
And he went through all of his deck to see, or all of his library, if we want to say it.
I was thinking about maybe Ventilian Clique, so he can also cast it in the end of turn of his opponent. But True Name Nemesis is a real big threat.
Yeah.
It's just a 3/1
and
hitting for 3.
Manuel has only 1 blue left, as we were, or 2 blues.
2 blues.
Okay, so he can actually try and counter this. Maybe let's see. I mean, they both can have counters in their hands. We're not really sure about what cards do they have, just because they're moving them so fast.
Yes.
But I mean, that's the stress really hitting those 2 players. Okay, so he's gonna start a combat phase.
Hitting for 5, if he doesn't forget the trigger.
This is starting to look like a lot of damage. I mean, this
actually he forgot about the trigger of the land he own, maybe, because there is a -5 button and the -1 button.
Okay.
And he used the -1. So maybe he actually forgot to resolve the trigger ability from the Cathedral of War.
Okay. Well, is it everybody okay? Okay. And let's see how it goes then. What is he gonna do after his combat phase? We're not really sure. He might just play that True Name Nemesis. I mean,
probably yes. Maybe he doesn't have the cards to protect that True
Name
Nemesis.
Or maybe he wants to go for Rafik and see if he can pull out a counter from Manuel's hand. I mean, they're both choices. It's really up to Matteo to choose, whether he wants that True Name Nemesis or Rafik.
If I would be the players of the Rafik deck, I would, if Rafik is the main play I have in mind, I would attempted to do it before the combat phase in order to try, in order to have the bonus. Yes, maybe he's
But
more
I think if
about
I was in Matteo right now, I would prefer to have True Name Nemesis in the board, because it's a very scary card to play. And
strong, scary. You can deal with her
Matteo
only with breath.
Still thinking.
Way too much, maybe.
But I'm.
Oh, that's a Lightning Graves in his hand. No, he passed the turn, maybe. Or we were.
Did we miss something, maybe?
Is he still trying to bouncing the Mother of Runes?
Yeah.
And she's obviously going to protect herself.
He keep.
Yes, of course.
Okay. I'm not really sure about this. I mean, every time he just wants that Mother of the Runes tapped. I'm not really sure why. Because previously he did this, but he did not really achieve much with that Mother of the Runes tapped, if I can remember correctly.
Maybe he hoped to draw a removal spell in the next turn. Maybe he has one on the top of his deck, since he's cried one card.
He's cried, yeah. That's true.
And there is a remand, targeting maybe his own Echo Intrude.
Yeah, this is a very interesting play, wow.
Very interesting play.
So he's
from
just
Manuel.
gonna draw one, since he's gonna untap, by the way, he can spend all the money he wants, so he's gonna both draw.
What a play,
yeah,
man.
this was a very interesting play. Yeah, very, very interesting. He just... I think that boomerang was made just so he could draw one more card.
Yes,
this
but
is the
this
point.
play, man, it was a cycled remand.
Yeah.
Make your Mother of Runes getting tapped. Maybe cast a removal spells on her.
Very, very interesting play.
Very smart
I
play.
mean, maybe you want that remand. Maybe you want it in your hand, but if you really want to draw more cards and have more presence in your hand and on the board, this is the right play to do. I mean, this was very interesting,
Yes.
a very, very interesting interaction between his cards and also the cards of Matteo.
It looks like that Manuel is searching for a wrath or something that can manage Throne so desperately that he decided to throw his remand in order to draw one
it's
card.
safe to say though, even though it seems like Manuel is doing many great plays, that overall Matteo has a better board. Just with all the damage on the board, it feels like he's kind of doing better. If we look up to the health points of the players, Manuel is starting to scramble a little bit. Maybe he's starting to feel the pressure, and here again it's gonna be Matteo's turn, and
whoa.
Manuel...
He is definitely playing Elder Deep Fiend. It's an 8 mana creature, so he is going to shoot 8 in his opponent's face.
Okay.
5/6 flash.
Okay, it has flash. Okay, so it wasn't
Yes,
me missing that Manuel passed his turn. Okay.
When you cast
Yeah.
that creature card, you tap up to 4 permanents your opponent's own.
Okay.
It's amazing because he's going to shoot 8 in his opponent's face,
Yeah.
or maybe not. There is a stifle in Matteo's hand. Is he going to stifle the trigger ability of the Elder Deep Fiend or the one of...
It might happen.
They're calling the judge.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Maybe he wants to stifle the ability of the creature and not the ability of the commander, but I'm not sure if he can do it.
No, he can actually counter both triggered abilities, but you
Okay.
have to choose. I don't really know
Well,
which is the
obviously you have to choose
misunderstanding.
unless you have 2 stifles in your deck, but then you would instantly lose, I guess.
Obviously, yes. I don't really know which is the misunderstanding between the players.
Yeah, this is a very interesting match though. I mean, we've seen a lot of great plays yet, and maybe Matteo is playing more standardly while Manuel is trying really to get all he can from his cards, just because of that boomerang plus remand we saw previously, while Matteo maybe is playing more standardly, more calmly.
Yes, I mean, he's on the edge of the game. He has just to wait patiently.
Yeah, he's on the winning side right
Yes,
now,
of course.
even though this 8 damage might really change it up a little bit.
So he took 8 damages from the
Yeah.
Vial Smasher's ability, and he's
Okay.
going to counter the Elder Deep Fiend one.
Okay, so that he doesn't have things tapped.
Yes.
All right.
But there is a 5/6 on the board, man.
Yeah,
A great
that's
way to deal
scary.
with Throne.
That's very scary. Let's see what he's gonna do. I mean, Manuel is tapped out, by the way. He doesn't really have a lot.
Yes, but you know, it's a 5/6. He kind of he damaged his opponent a lot. I mean, we are still in play. We are still
Yeah.
in the game.
If we could know what what these guys had in their hands, it would be easier. But obviously, that makes the game makes the game even more interesting for us, I guess.
I saw an Angelic Destiny in Matteo's hand.
Okay.
What a card! It's 4 mana, enchant creature, aura spell, enchant creature. Enchanted creatures get +4/+4 and flying.
Okay. So maybe he just wants to win a rush, but I'm pretty sure he can't right now. I mean, if the 5/6 creature just attacks right now after Matteo's turn, and Manuel plays a very, very costly, very
Expensive cards.
expensive card, thank you, he's gonna just kill Matteo straightly. So
Yes, he ran a lot of cards made on that purpose, like Temporal Trespass, like maybe... Oh, yes.
Okay, something's gonna happen very soon.
Something is gonna happen on the board, yes.
Hopefully.
Rearranging his lands, maybe because he has to think about
how
which
to
cards
spend
to...
them, yeah.
Yes. Oh,
You
he's
really
thinking
want
about,
to.
may I have to cast my Angelic Destiny or my true name Nemesis? Oh, it's the Angelic Destiny, or maybe Rafik. It's the Angelic Destiny, definitely.
Okay, yeah.
What a card, man. 8/8 flying.
This seems like a very heroic card, I mean, and he's gonna attack with it. Okay, Manuel just wants to read it up a little bit. Maybe he even, I mean, this can be a possibility. Maybe he even knows the card, but he's just trying to get some time to think. This can be a good strategy as well, and that's gonna be a lot of damage.
8 damage A's in Manuel's face.
But
Flying Troon is not a treat I want to face in a match.
Okay, yeah, I guess so. But now is Manuel's turn, and Matteo really doesn't have a lot of lives. I mean, if somehow he can tap his
What's on
blocking
top deck?
creatures, let's see. I mean,
On top deck there was
they're both looking like they're gonna win soon. It's just who's gonna win before.
Yes, kind of. I mean, it depends on if Manuel have a really expensive card in his hand in order to shut his opponent
Obviously
down.
not 11, but you know.
No, there is a spell that can shoot 11 damages
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
Temporal Trespass, of course,
the
but probably he have not.
3 mana, 1 more turn, and 11 damage.
Yes.
Yeah. A very
Probably
great
he have
card,
not.
if you ask me.
I have to say that probably he have not in his hand.
Yeah, he would have already played that probably.
Yes, of course.
Even because if you play it but your opponent counters it, it doesn't matter because the trigger ability is gonna happen in any case.
Yes.
So that would still win Manuel's game.
And the Stifle is already gone, so
Yeah,
what can go wrong?
I don't think that he plays that 2 mana cost Stifle in his deck, Matteo.
Trickbin, maybe he runs
Trickbin,
it, but
yeah.
you know, he already saw one, so what can go wrong?
Yeah, it's really unlikely that he has also that one. I'm not sure. I don't think that he plays it. We might just have a check, but it could take some time.
I'll check it for you.
Thank you. But in any case, it is very unlikely that he has in his hand. I mean, he already saw the Stifle, as you said before, so... By the way,
He actually ran also Trickbin.
Okay,
you know,
this is interesting.
This is interesting to know, but as you said, it's unlikely for him to have in
And
his hand.
by the way, if I was Manuel and I had that card in my hand, I would probably just play it. But he's
Manuel
not doing
can actually hit his opponent for 6 damages because, you know, that card he have in his hand is Slide Storm. 3 mana,
Okay.
3 damages to all creatures or to all players.
Okay.
Maybe if he attacks before... No, definitely
I think
not.
that we just have to wait and see what Manuel does because we just don't know every card that he has in his hand.
Right.
And we don't know what he is thinking right now because that's the most important thing. What he is thinking and what his opponent is thinking. This is just a very straight game.
Very close
Very
game.
close one, yeah. So let's just see what Manuel is gonna do.
One of the tires against a rogue deck, maybe. You know, I would say that
Okay,
Rafik is
something's gonna
definitely a rogue
happen.
deck.
He's thinking about it, okay? Not really sure what he's gonna do. Oh, this is so tense. I mean,
Yes. I'm actually really curious about his play.
yeah.
You know,
After that remand plus boom, after that boomerang plus
here's the
remand.
Slide Storm, as I said
Okay.
before. So he's going to shoot 3 to his opponent because of Smasher's trigger.
Yeah. Just want
Maybe
to wait
he
and
is
see
still
what he
yes.
does. Yeah.
He
Before
announced the trigger.
Yeah. But let's just check what the answer is gonna be.
Okay, he took the damages.
Okay. And damages of the Slugstorm as well. Did he play it just in the face of his opponent? The
No.
Slugstorm?
It's a sorcery spell, so he played it in his first main phase.
Yeah, I was asking if he.
What?
Does.
He shooted 3 damages to each player.
Yeah, to each player. Yeah, that's what I was asking.
I
that
saw
too.
the play. He have a bounce effect in his hand, and he's going to bounce the Angelic Destiny in the combat phase in order to block that rune. Huge
but
play again.
Also, if he has like an instant that costs 5, it might just kill his opponent straight up. Let's just check. I mean, by the way, Matteo knows, or he should know, that Manuel has this boomerang.
Yes, it was echoing truth, but yes, he should be aware of.
Yeah.
And here we have lightning rays in Matteo's hand.
This is so tense, guys.
Very,
He
very
also
close
has
game.
Mother of the Ruins, so he could just avoid the block of the commander, but he cannot really avoid the block of the Miracle. Oh my god, of the is it an Eldrazi, by the way?
Sorry?
The creature, the 5/6, it is an Eldrazi, right?
Yes, it's an Eldrazi,
So
so it have no color.
With Mother of the Ruins, he can prevent the block of the commander, but he cannot prevent the block of the Eldrazi.
Which is huge for Manuel.
By the way, right now that rune is still flying, so let's just see. I mean,
Very tense plays, we can say.
both players thinking a lot for this game. There's a lot on the line. I mean, winning this match might just mean you're in top 8. I mean, I know there's a lot of turns still, but we're already starting to see the best players of the tournament, I guess. I mean, and Rafik here is doing a very good job, even if it's not maybe a tier 1 of this format,
Yes,
not yet.
He's doing great.
He's doing very well. This list seems a very good one. I mean, 5-5.
he's doing his job.
Yeah, 5-5 means it's very tense, and he did not even play his commander.
Okay, here we have a 3 mana spells, which is going to be True Name Nemesis.
Okay.
Let's see if Manuel have
I think it's a
answers.
very, let's say, long-term play. He maybe thinks he can survive one more turn, but what if Manuel just draws something very expensive? I'm not sure about
that
this.
expensive. I mean, if you have a random spell to cast in Matteo's turn,
Yeah.
and then he have
Also,
another
yeah,
one to cast in
boomerang
his
plus
turn.
yeah, indeed.
It
I'm
could
not
kill him
really sure
without-
about this True Nemesis because
Oh, Lightning Rays. So
Oh.
hasty True Name Nemesis.
yeah, indeed, we did not think about that. So this has more sense.
So here we have a True Name Nemesis, which is going to have a haste
Yeah.
and a flying Trune. But Manuel have an answer in his hand, and
He's gonna
which is
boomerang
counter
up?
spell.
Okay, counter spell, yeah. And it's 2 damage actually.
Yes, which brings Matteo down to 3
3.
life points.
Yeah. I feel like Matteo has to win this turn or he's dead. I mean, he's super dead.
Okay, they haven't updated the life counters for the feature match,
But
we
I
saw
think
that they
I
wrote
think
down.
that they wrote
so
it down, yeah. You know, this is a very tense moment right
very,
now.
very tense game. Very tense
I don't think
moment.
they're even thinking about the camera right now. They're just playing their game.
Yes, it's me against you. Let's see who will win.
Okay.
Attacking with everything, man.
Yeah.
Huge. Oh,
It's
and
gonna be
here
a
is the
boomerang.
play.
Yeah.
And he have not the mana to regenerate. Oh,
Okay.
what's happening?
Yeah, he's
Is he
conceding.
conceding? Yes,
Yeah,
he conceded the game.
Yeah, he had to win this turn. I mean, True Name Nemesis plus Lightning Graves was a very great play, but Manuel had the counter for it. And
Also,
I think that Matteo knew that Manuel had the counter. With all those cards in his hand, it was very unlikely that he did not have a counter.
anyway, both the plays, every play that Manuel did this game was huge. I mean, that Echoing Truth plus Remand in order to
Yeah,
tap
it
his
was a
opponent's
very,
Vanguard
very
rules
great
was a
play.
very good
And
play.
he did not even though he played 2 cards, he did not really get behind in cards count just
Yes.
because of how he did play those cards. That was a very great play.
Yes.
Very
It
interesting.
basically was no cards, I'll tap your Mother of Runes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, he did spend that remand, but in exchange he drew a card. So
Yes.
and he had that counter spell for the Lightning Graves, which was huge. I mean, this is a very good way. Okay.
I'll go to update the life counters because
Yeah,
probably no one else is
Just go.
noticing.
There's no problem. we will be waiting for you here, my love. And let's see how he's gonna play the second match. I mean, I think that Matteo just went to bathroom or something like that because he's not on his seat right now. I hope he's gonna be back very soon. Yeah, he was just going to the bathroom. And there we go very soon with set number 2 of this match. This best of 3, very tense best of 3. The first game was very good. Let's hope that also the second one and maybe the third one, if we're gonna have one, is gonna be as good as this one. Because guys, this was a very good match number 1. And let's hope for a very good number 2. Very good match number 2. Let's hope so.
So let me update the graphic. The current score.
We have a little problem over here, maybe.
Oh yes, I will fix it.
Okay.
But Manuel won the first game, so we have Matteo on the plate right now.
And
since he lost the first game.
0-1.
You know, yes, that's
and
it. I'll be back here.
Yeah. Players shuffling their deck like there's no tomorrow. I'm so curious to see how it's gonna play out. I mean, after that boomerang plus Raman play, ancora... Sorry for that. After that... Okay, now this is okay. After that boomerang plus Raman play, I'm not really sure what to expect from game number 2. And here we have our co-caster, only for us. I was saying after that, I cannot stress enough, after that, oh my god, after that Remand and Boomerang play, I'm not really sure what to expect from game 2. I'm so excited by this.
Also, Matteo is starting again the game, so he's going to be far ahead if he starts with Land Dog.
I'm sorry?
This chair... Currently we are not sitting on chairs.
Yeah, well...
Maybe we'll show you later on.
Yeah, you got like you gotta have to forgive us because we had so many problems for this cast. But I'm happy that we're somehow able to put these games into a video so that they can be remembered somehow, and that people can watch them because these plays are very interesting.
It's a huge tournament. Biggest Italian tournament ever. 99
with 99 players. Yeah, because there was one more player adding at the last second. So before we said 98, but actually there's 99 players playing this.
Which is, you know, not 100, but still a great result.
I cannot. If Orfeo just goes down, I can maybe spostati un attimo. I can maybe let you see how many players we have here today. And I mean,
a full room of players.
That's a lot, and we're very happy for this.
Yes, a great achievement for Leviathan in his first very big tournament. In his first tournament.
Okay. If you can check just that everything works.
Everything works perfectly fine.
Okay, here we go with game number 2. Still shuffling his deck, Matteo. Players just talking about what happened the game before, I guess.
Yes.
Just maybe letting the tension go out for a second before they get back into that deep state of mind where they're so focused they cannot even remember to touch a touch screen.
If I know Manuel, he's going to take his time, you know. Now he's on an advantage.
Yeah, he's on advantage and he's gonna maybe even bring it to the time. That makes sense.
It's 20 minutes to the time. So
but it can happen.
Oh, and both players keep land and said, whoa.
Okay,
huge
this
turn
is
one
already
for both players.
Yeah, this is already a pretty darn start. Pretty interesting.
Yes.
By the way, I think that Matteo is very much ahead right now. That Ancestor is gonna hit very soon.
Yes, I hope for him that he have more lands since we saw that he's not running a lot.
Yeah.
36 lands. Oh, he drew a Cavern of Soul and
not
he played
really
that.
Sure,
so
not really sure on what, but we can guess. Is
yeah,
Rafika rogue?
Yeah, Rafik is a human.
Human, okay.
So probably he's going to hit human since he has an Eternal Witness in his hand, which is a human shaman.
As well, yeah.
You know, oh yes, he have a forest.
This is looking pretty well for Matteo right now. Let's see how the game goes, but...
He drew Vines of Vastwood. A pump spell that
this
can
is gonna be a witness on the land, yeah.
Whoa. Yes, he's saying, you know, I have to give you priority, but you know, it's uncounterable.
I couldn't really understand what was going on.
Yeah, I have to let you think about it, but it's uncounterable.
Yeah. And it's gonna take back the land?
Yes, he did it.
So it basically was kind of a wasted wasteland. Oh. But you know, he made.
He forced him to play.
Yeah, he forced
without
him to
blue for
play
3
Witness.
turns,
Yeah.
So, still a great play.
He couldn't know, by the way, that his opponent had a Witness in his hand.
Of
So,
course.
but I would have done that myself probably, trying to slow down your opponent as you are playing a control deck is
Well, did
the
Manuel
key.
miss his
Yeah,
land drop?
yeah, indeed
Whoa,
he had to
Matteo
discard.
is far ahead in this
Yeah,
game.
yeah, he's very much ahead right now, and he's gonna maybe even play an uncounterable Rafik right now, and that
sure he's
hurts a
going
lot.
to.
Yeah, Manuel cannot really do a lot about this.
Maybe he have a bounce.
Yeah, but
knows?
even so, it doesn't really look like he
Wow,
has a
sees
chance
the
right now.
mages.
This is gonna scale very quickly, and Manuel is gonna die very soon if he doesn't find a decent answer to this. I mean, going for Wasteland when you have two more lands in your hand is a good play, but here he took a risk, and that risk didn't really pay off because right now he's locked to 2 lands, which is
They
not
are
very good.
forgetting to update the life counters, so very tense game for them.
Yeah, I guess that we're at 24 against 30.
Yes, probably. Because he took 6 damage, so here's the Rafik on the Manuel side because of that Gilded Drake.
Yeah.
Huge
But-
play, but still back
Yeah,
in
this
the game.
this is the only thing he could do, and I'm not really sure that this is gonna bring him back to the game. I mean, that Gilded Drake can just start to scale up damage with his 3 at flying attack and do some damage. Let's see what Matteo is gonna do about that Rafik, but I'm pretty sure that he's not that scared after all.
Sorry.
No problem. Manuel is tapped out right now, and Matteo is plenty of things to do. Maybe not that much because he only has 1 blue mana with him and a lot of blue cards, but I'm pretty sure that he can pull off something.
That Gilded Drake is also a treat because, you know, free
Yeah, as
flying.
I was saying that before. 3 damage every turn from a flying creature that you cannot really block can really start to scale up.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Thank you for your Gilded Drake.
Okay,
Whoa.
okay, yeah.
Safe
Force
play
of
for
will.
Manuel. Oh, that's why
Well-
he kept that hand.
Yeah. The Force of Will was kind of forced, let's say.
You know, if I have a hand with 2 lands, Gilded Drake, Force of Will, and Wasteland, I would definitely keep
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
I mean,
we
he
can't
was
blame him.
unlucky at not really drawing another land.
Yes, also because
Is he
he
gonna
plays
attack
a lot
also
of
with the
them.
Witness?
Sorry?
He attacked also with the Witness.
Yes.
Maybe he wants to trade Rafik for Witness?
Probably not.
I mean, I'm not really sure of how much stuff does Rafik had.
Okay, we probably have to, you know, just forget about the life counter.
Yeah. How many
Oh
damage?
no,
Okay.
I remembered it. Thanks, Matteo.
I'm not sure how much tough does Rafik have and how
Rafik
much
is a free,
and
exalted when attacked,
okay,
double
yeah.
strike, so it,
And about Witness, how much
It's a 2-1.
Okay, 3-1.
2-1.
2-1. So why did not Manuel block Witness?
Can't really say, you know.
Okay, maybe he thought
Maybe
that,
he was fearing a
yeah,
pump spell in the combat
Yeah.
phase.
yeah, okay, this makes sense. I was just asking because he could
Very
have
dense
blocked it.
game again. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Wasteland.
I'm
And
pretty
this
sure that
is a
Manuel
big
runs
problem.
40 lands, so unlucky draws for him.
Yeah, this is not really looking well. This is gonna be
Okay.
Okay.
I would like to have my Gilded
I
Drake back.
guess that is gonna be countered.
You are not. Oh, it puts it on the top of his
Oh god, so
library.
this means that he's gonna not draw any land again
What we-
anytime soon.
The only thing that Manuel can do is keeping hitting with Rafik because it still deals commander damages.
Yeah, okay.
So, you know,
8,
8.
Actually, in 2 turns, Matteo would be dead. So
Yes, this is the
Manuel
second
is
one.
winning the race right now. I mean, Matteo can block, of course, but Manuel is winning the race right now, even though he's not really in the best of the situations.
Yes, he is.
So right now, Matteo has to find a solution for that Rafik, I guess.
Maybe are those the commander damages? Oh yes, probably
Yeah,
Matteo
I think
is
so.
aware of the fact that he cannot attack
Yeah.
anymore with all his creatures.
He's forced into
He
a
has
block
now
right
to
now.
find a solution. Oh, here
Yeah.
is the solution, man.
Yeah, we can definitely see the solution in his hand. But maybe he wants to play something else. I mean, we cannot really see other cards. Maybe he wants to play something else. Maybe Cryptic Command, you know, I take back my Rafik and I draw, something like that.
Kind of. Maybe I will bounce your island and tap Rafik.
Yeah, also.
Huge play. No, I
Okay.
will play a True Name Nemesis.
Okay.
You know, again, what I think about these kind of cards is it's that they
It
are
is
screw you
protected
cards.
by your opponent, right?
Yes, you have
so
to choose
you cannot,
a player.
You cannot even like do a boomerang or something like
No.
that on True Nemesis' name.
It have hexproof for what is
Yeah.
in Manuel's interests. And
Clear.
he's unblockable from Manuel's creatures.
So now he can just-
take damage from Manuel's sources.
He can just take the True Name Nemesis as a defending creature
Oh.
and
He just
Okay.
wanted to be safe and keep the witness also.
okay, now Manuel is doing a lot of damage to himself
Yes, 4.
to kill that Drake because he knows that the Drake is the only card that can attack him freely.
You know, it's kind of I take one more damages that what the drag can make me in order to gain more lives.
here's the
Whoa,
land,
here is the
finally.
land drop. Maybe Manuel is still in the game,
Let's see.
way behind Matteo, but maybe
Maybe he can find a solution.
we can see a bounce spell. A
Well,
Sour of
not on True
Temptation.
Name Nemesis, that's the point.
Yes, huge problem. Oh,
He's
Manuel
gonna
is
check
looking,
on the
yes.
graveyard of his opponent. Maybe to search for something that he can play. He's gonna sacrifice his land. Take another point from himself. This is really starting to kill himself with his hands.
Yes, 8 lives left.
Yeah. But he has to do it. I mean, a fetch
Yes,
without
obviously.
using it is not really that useful.
He needs land drops, man. He needs those land drops.
I look at this board and I think that we might go into game number 3. I mean,
Yes,
yeah,
it's
Manuel is playing very well. He's trying his best, even though cards are kind of going against him. But it really, really, really feels like it's
Matteo
gonna be
is
game 3.
far away in this game from Manuel.
I mean, that start with Ancestral and really Manuel blocking himself with lands
Yes.
didn't really look
And he
that
had
good.
the right hand in order to manage a wasteland on turn 1. You know,
Yeah.
amazing keep from Matteo. We have to say that.
But we
Really
have to say
solid
that
hand.
also Manuel's keep was good, but he didn't really think that he could have got a block on his land,
Yes.
on his lands. But I mean, this is a card game, and it can actually happen, and it did happen at a very, very unfortunate timing, but it did happen.
Yes.
Now let's see what is gonna play out. True Name Nemesis is gonna
Yes.
attack. This is kind of a risky move.
I mean, it should bring Manuel down to 5 HP.
Yeah,
That Manuel takes the damage, obviously.
yeah. I don't think that he can do something about it. And with 1 blue mana, he's gonna.
1 green, no. One
Okay.
one color, no. 1 mana for human.
Okay,
Green.
so that you cannot counter it. Yeah, that's another blocker. I mean, I don't think that Rafik has also trample, and having another blocker can really, really, really help out. Maybe, you know, Manuel could bounce Witness and kill his opponent.
Oh,
Okay.
here is the bounce.
Okay.
But Matteo probably have the answer right in his hand.
I mean, he can just take it back in his hand and play it again.
We're probably in the end of turn.
Okay, yeah, this makes sense. This actually makes a lot of sense, yeah.
We can see a lot of answer in Matteo's hand, but a lot of them are not counter spells. So
Yeah, maybe he's gonna just play that cryptic command and hope that
if
Manuel doesn't have a counter.
a removal spell, this could be the end of the game probably.
Very strange game though. I mean, Manuel
Yes.
really is trying to steal it somehow. I mean, he shouldn't win this, but if we go on like this, there's a chance.
What I love about this game is that you haven't actually lost until you're dead.
Yeah.
You can always
I mean,
KMF.
that Drake really stole Rafik, and Rafik is doing everything against his owner to try and kill him. Sorry. It's a tense game, and I'm trying to search for objects
Tense
to
game
play
for,
with.
for skilled players. Both
Yeah.
of them, I would say. Definitely both of them are very skilled players.
Manuel really try and think to a way where he can kill his opponent, but I mean, I'm pretty sure that he doesn't have anything in his hand to really seal the deal here.
He's making questions to his cards, even if cards haven't the answer. Still thinking.
He's gonna have to do something soon.
10 minutes left.
Yeah,
The time in the
before
rounds.
the time. This
He
might.
attacks.
I mean, if Matteo wins this, this might
Here
still
is
go.
the stifle, probably on the double strike trigger.
Okay, yeah.
So it's just
This is a
4-4.
very interesting play as well. I would have never. I would have never think about something like that. I mean, I cannot even think about the possibility of the double strike
So
to work
now,
like that.
you know, in this format you will die when you reach 21 damages
But it
of
doesn't.
commander.
It doesn't
By
reach
now
21.
they would be 20.
20, yeah. This is he's really kind of playing with fire, but he knows that he cannot really buff Rafik in any way. Only thing he can do is like counter that
Yes,
stifle.
but maybe he have an answer. Yes, risky bet for
Stifle
Matteo here.
goes. Actually, stifle works, and
So he took 4 and goes to
20.
Whoa.
Wow, this was a very amazing play by Matteo. I would
such
have never.
entertaining games, I would say.
I would have never thought about something like that. This is very smart. I mean, he really calculated it perfectly. That stifle was amazing.
Amazing players for amazing games.
And it's actually right now Matteo's turn, and he's gonna attack with both his creatures.
And if Manuel...
Okay, this
game
is
3.
game 3, guys.
Straightforward to
And
game
let's
3.
see if it's gonna. They have 8 players have 8 minutes to seal the deal, and if they doesn't, they have 5 more turns to try and do. So I guess that we're gonna really stay here and see if someone can win this, or it's gonna be a draw.
99 players for 7 rounds, you know,
A draw is okay.
a draw
I mean,
is
a
okay,
draw would
but
be
you
okay
can
for both
afford
of them.
only one, maybe 2, but probably 2 draws.
Well, I mean, I think that you can get into a top 8 even
With
losing
5
the game.
5-1 and
Can
2
it-
draws, or 5-1, 1 lost and 1 draw, probably
Okay.
is the score to
Okay.
arrive in the to,
Well, you
to get
know,
to the top 8.
you're never sure because anything can happen
Yes,
for
obviously.
everyone. But I mean, if you want to be sure to get into that top 8, you should always win. This is,
Yes,
I think
yes.
that this is a rule that never dies. Both players shuffling their deck very patiently. Really, they want to have all of the potential of their decks in their hands.
Yes.
Let's see how this goes. I mean, these have been very great games, both of them.
Yes,
Even
both
though
of them.
Manuel got locked into only 2 lands, he really made this game tense
Yes.
until the end.
He
I mean,
never
he took,
left the game. Oh, very
Yeah.
nice handshaking by
Yeah,
the
this
players.
is very good to see.
Yes.
I mean,
Manuel never left the game, even
Yeah.
if one land.
and even so, he brought his opponent basically to 1 hit from dying.
Yes.
1 other hit, and it was that, I think, both by commander's damage or normal damage. I'm not sure. I
Oh,
cannot really use
Surely
my
by
maths.
commander damages.
I mean, it was 8, 16, 20. He would have gone to 28 damages, by the way, which is still quite near his death. In any case. But I mean, this was very great game by Manuel. Really utilizing few resources to get great results.
What about
But not enough.
What about if he drew lands?
Yeah, the game would have been completely different though. Maybe Matteo would have
much
not
power in
done
his
choices
hand.
that he did.
Yes.
So let's just see what happens now. I'm not really
Here we
sure
have
about their
a-
hands.
There is a two land hand
For Manuel? Yeah.
which is starting his game for the first time in his match.
Okay,
Could be important.
you might go for that. Is that a fetch, right?
Yes, it's Misty
Okay.
Rainforest, and he also have a check land in his hand.
Okay.
Can't be sure about the other cards, but you know, very important decision since it's the last game.
Okay,
6
they're
minutes
both
left.
gonna keep actually.
Okay.
In 6 minutes, I'm pretty sure that these
Whoa, a
players
Scryland.
they both think a lot. So we're gonna go to time. I mean, I personally think that this is going to get to time and additional turns. I cannot be sure about this. Maybe Rafiki can win in few turns, or also Manuel Grixis can actually win in a few turns if in the tides turns really well for him.
We could definitely say that both decks can go in a rush in order to win
but,
the game.
From what we've seen until now, every game has been long, even with not good draws by one of the two players. By the way, if we think about it, even Matteo did not really draw the best of his cards, I think, in the game before.
Yes.
The only real difference is that he had the lands.
Yes, that's
which is a very big difference.
It was the main difference among players because, as I already said, Manuel had so much power in his hand.
Yeah.
So
Okay, Graves as a start. Not gonna get a counter.
Impulse here.
Okay, he might go for Force of Will, but I don't think that he's gonna do a Force of Will on Plated Graves.
Anyway, I wouldn't waste a Force of Will on Lightning Graves.
Yeah, that was. See, I call them Plated Graves. It's from another game. I'm sorry, but
he drew a land. He drew a card. It's a swamp.
yeah,
And
I'm
City
pretty
of
sure
Grass.
that there's not a lot of people that would go for a Force of Will on Graves in Game 3.
Yeah, not in this matchup, definitely.
Yeah, of course. Let's see. Manuel has lands this turn.
Yes, he has two lands.
So
he draws swamp, and I'm pretty sure that he
4 minutes are left for the
4
players.
minutes left.
They
God.
know it because there's a big screen calling it, which I'm looking at right now. Let's see. Maybe they. I think that they both want to draw. These were so fair matches that none of the players really want to go too far.
Oh, that's Dauntless Escort. 3 mana, free. Sacrifice all your creatures, gain indestructible until the end of turn.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
It's died in response to the
It
equipment.
doesn't really want this to happen. Manuel is really trying to control this game, apparently.
Yes.
I mean, that's a scary creature, by the way, especially when there are not a lot of turn left. There are not a lot of turns left. It can really start to put you into a rush.
Yes. Manuel draw another land, a fetch land, Bloodstained Mire. He fetched it out.
Yeah.
Looking for maybe a Badland, an Underground Sea. Probably an Underground Sea.
Let's see.
No, it's a volcanic island. Yes. So he wants even more
Best
red.
jokes ever.
He wants even more red on the field.
Well, he even wants more blue, though.
Yes, but I would say that by now he have 4 lands that can produce red mana.
Yeah.
And he have only 2 that can produce black mana.
Okay.
So, I would have fetched for an Underground Seed, but I am not in Manuel's shoes right now. I don't really know what he have in his hand.
Of course.
So I'm sure that he fetched out for what he needed. And here is a Smasher on the field.
Okay, maybe Manuel wants to try and win this. I mean, this is a very aggressive play, in my opinion. I don't know what's in the hand of Manuel, but I think that this is an aggressive play.
Even because if his opponent have a land, he can hit with a hasty Rafik this turn.
And it doesn't really feel like Manuel has a counter.
And he have
to
a
this.
land in his hand. That's an Alwed Fountain Expedition version.
Okay. He does also really know about every card and every version of those cards.
Like all the players of this format.
Yeah, I'm the black sheep here.
Yeah, you're the black sheep, but you're extremely useful since you're managing the whole stream by yourself. I mean, I'm here just to help you because you're entertaining our audience by yourself.
By the way, let's see what happens here.
He takes 2 damages in order to have that Hallowed Fountain untapped.
So they're both
mana.
really playing for the win here.
Yes, they're both really playing for the win with 1 minute and a half left.
That's
attacking for
that's
8.
a lot of damage in Manuel's face. 2 turns and Manuel could be dead if he doesn't do something about that. And right now, that Rafik cannot be targeted. And look at Matteo is already really keeping count of those damages.
Yes.
Rafik is really showing off a lot of his potential. We thought that this was not a tier 1 deck, but Matteo is really showing off that this deck can actually do a lot.
Yes. I mean, it's a different deck than the one that could be Janara.
Yeah,
But
of
you know,
course.
it's still working out.
Yeah, I mean,
it makes a lot of pressure on the board. Just
Gennara
with
is
him.
maybe more a slower deck, a more solid deck maybe, but correct me if I'm wrong, obviously.
No, I mean, it's a really
but
solid deck, really strong, solid, and
Rafik
straightforward
really,
deck.
really puts the pressure on. I mean, 8 damages at like turn 3, really, really scary.
Yes,
I'm
you
not,
have to
maybe it's
manage
4,
me.
not 3, but still.
Yes, yes. He have a sign on it that say you have to manage me,
yeah.
and you have to do it fast.
I mean, the next turn is gonna be 8 more damage, and we're only 20 seconds left from the time, so we're gonna do.
We're probably going to be at turn 0
Yeah.
in Manuel's turn. You know, Manuel doesn't have necessary to win this game.
Yeah.
He could even draw it.
Yeah, but we're at 1-1. We forgot to.
Oh, it's 1-1. Yes, I
We
completely
forgot to
update
write
the
it.
graphic.
We forgot to write
Sorry,
it, but it's
players.
actually 1-1. Okay, we're actually in time right now. Maybe you can hear it. I'm not sure.
They're calling the judge.
Yeah, probably for the time. For the time being.
Oh yes, they have additional time because Matteo had to go to the bathroom between
Okay.
game 1 and game 2.
Okay.
So they're not still in the time in the rounds.
Okay. Maybe 20 seconds more.
No,
I'm not sure.
Yes, I mean 1 minute, 2 minutes,
Yeah.
not more than that. And
I mean,
Manuel
if you
is
have to go to the bathroom, you have to go to the bathroom.
Manuel is attempting to draw 3
I
cards
guess
and lose 3
that's
lives.
fair.
Yes, it's fair to me. So
Okay, I'm not
he's
sure
going
what
to-
Manuel did. If you can
It's
repeat.
painful truth.
Okay.
3 mana, you lose cards and you lose lives and you draw cards equal to the number of colors you pay to cast it.
Okay.
It costs
I
3.
mean,
so
Manuel
he's
is
going to
not
draw
really
3.
afraid of taking damage. The only damage he's afraid to take is Rafik's. So this makes a lot of sense, I guess.
And here is what's going on over here. I can see collective brutality.
5 at 16. What is he gonna play? He tapped some lands, so I think he's gonna play
Yes.
something.
Probably collective brutality.
Okay.
Yes. By discarding 1 card, so collective brutality is a new spell from
Yeah.
Eldritch Moon. It says 2 mana.
Uh-huh.
I can look your hand and discard an instant on sorcery spell, or I can drain 2 lives, or
Yes.
I can give -2/-2 to one of your creatures.
Okay.
If you discard cards, you can do all the effects.
Okay.
I mean, for each card discarded, you can do another effect.
Okay.
And Manuel decided to discard a card, maybe to gain lives, since there are no creatures on the board.
Yeah. And indeed, it was a 16, and I believe he's at 18.
18.
Yeah. Okay.
Whoa, what's... Oh, they are discussing about 1 card.
Okay. Sorry for that.
Not a problem at all.
Let's see. I'm not sure when the time is gonna start for those 2 players.
I don't really know, being honest.
Alright, land for Matteo and Chase the Mines.
Sculptor, what a huge card
Yeah,
here.
Manuel is in a lot of trouble, guys. He's in a damn lot of trouble. This 8 damage from Rafik really, really set a cloak of 1 turn in the face of our Grixis player, which is really, really on the ropes right now. It does look like Matteo is gonna win this. I mean, I'm not sure, because you can never be sure, but it really
looks
feels
alike.
like... I cannot think about a solution in which Manuel can really remove... The only thing that he could do is start to play something to keep that Rafik from doing damage, but with the Mind Sculptor in play,
Yes.
it is not really the case.
Yes, that Mind Sculptor is there just to bounce Manuel's creature
Yeah.
back to his hand.
Yeah, this doesn't look like there's
Huge
an easy
Planeswalker
solution.
here.
A huge planeswalker always.
Even better than
I am-
always.
I am the kind of player who doesn't really like blue played in your turn, but Jace the Mind Sculptor is a really, really strong card, especially in this situation.
Big threat for Manuel to solve. Don't really know if he can actually do that.
Yeah, Matteo does look like he's gonna take this 2-1. Very, very tense games, Very, very straight games, very, very close games, but in the end, let's see. I mean, nothing is said yet.
Here is
But-
Smasher again.
I mean, there's still hope for Manuel, but I'm not sure. I mean, he's gonna tap out. He's gonna be.
Whoa,
be
temporal
tapped out.
trespass, man.
Okay,
Additional
additional turn. All right.
He's not going to shoot his opponents
Okay.
because Vial seen the past.
Yeah.
So she already know that she was the first spell of this turn.
But
you
having
know,
an
additional
additional
turns
turn
are
is
additional
great.
turns.
Yeah. Let's see. This might actually save Manuel. I mean, he did play those cards because this is very smart. He did play those cards before because he needed to have enough cards on the graveyard to play
Yes.
that delved card. That
What could
delved,
happen now?
turn, but
Really interested into it.
I'm not really sure if Manuel still has a solution. I mean, he can obviously attack the Mind Sculptor, kill it, but he's gonna tap his creature, and he's gonna not have something to.
You know, he could actually
defend
kill the Mind Sculptor just with casting one of his spells, since you can redirect the damage from Vial Smasher to the
I did not really
Planeswalker.
know that. I thought it. Yeah.
Whoa, huge card. Cyclonic Rift. He can actually bounce all of his opponents' non-land permanents. He has 7 mana.
Yeah, he
Huge
can
play.
do it, but he.
You know, maybe he's thinking about, should I do it as a sorcery or as an instant? Because,
Yeah.
you know, by now Matteo has only 1 mana open.
And so he can't
can
really
count-
counter.
yes.
Yeah.
Very big play.
Manuel's still fighting back, apparently.
I'll ask the judges how much time they have left. I'll be back in a second.
Don't you worry, child. We're gonna take it away and see what happens. Okay, he's gonna fetch out 1 damage for Matteo. He's gonna search up for
I think that
duel.
players have started their first round in
The
terms
first
of
turn,
additional
okay.
turns. Yes.
Oh.
I'll be back
Okay.
in a second.
I'm not really sure. I did not really understand what came along in the board. But we're gonna just have to wait and see. So, Manuel waited up, as Orfeo said, to just try and play that Cyclonic Rift in his opponent turn and not in his turn while he was stepped out. But probably he has a side plan. Let's check it out, guys. This is so close. I mean, I don't think that Manuel can win this anymore. I think that with the time, really going against both players, the only thing that Manuel can really do is have a draw. I'm pretty sure he cannot win, especially because that bomb card of 11 damage plus additional turn has already. He did already play it. Sorry for that. He did already play it. So I think that Manuel cannot win anymore. The only thing he can really do is try and survive. But right now he just let him do.
Yes, there is a dice I can see. So
Okay.
it's first additional turn. Here it is.
Okay, Cyclonic Rift and everything. But
Whoa.
I'm not really sure about this play of Manuel, just because he could have played it when his commander was still in play, so that he did damage to Mind Sculptor. I'm not really sure about this. I mean, he did let
Did he block his opponent's commander?
He did not attack. I think that he did just trigger up the the Mind Sculptor ability. And as an answer, I'm not really sure about this, but I think as an answer, Manuel did the Cyclonic Rift.
So why Jace is still alive? Was
No,
Smasher still on the field?
No, it was not
Okay.
anymore. But I cannot understand why Manuel
Yes, I got your point.
didn't do it as an answer to the to his
yes.
general
I
being
got the
removed
point.
from the board.
I got the
I
point.
cannot understand. Maybe I missed something. I mean, as I said before, I'm not really as an expert
we are
as you are
casting
with
and
cards.
we are not playing, so
Yeah.
that says a lot. But yes, you know, a draw is always better than a defeat.
By the way, I was talking before that Manuel cannot win this anymore. The only thing that he can do
Is draw.
Is draw. But draw is better than lose, of course.
Of course, yes. In such
I
tournaments,
mean, maybe if it wasn't time, he could still win because the game, he could really bring the game into the longest possible game.
he can still kill Jace because of Crown.
Okay, but the point is that he cannot win.
Oh yes, of course.
Okay,
I was thinking
perfect.
about why he didn't kill Jace.
I mean, maybe in the long run he could, but time is against both players.
Yes.
So he's gonna just fetch
It's
up.
turn 2. He's asking Manuel if he took damages from the City of Brass the previous turn.
The famous city of Us. Best
Not
card
the
ever.
unhinged one, unfortunately.
He also knows cards which are not played, apparently. A lot of players really going
Yes.
into the feature match.
They're gathering around the table.
Yeah, just
Kind
because
of 4 players.
This is
So
very
tense.
interesting.
So tense game.
Also, our silence really speaks a lot about how interested we are in seeing what is gonna happen. Manuel tapping out 4 mana, 5 mana, going
What's he
into
gonna do?
his
Crown,
flying
okay.
commander.
Attacking for
Yeah,
40 Jace.
and Mind Sculptor
dies,
going
of
away.
course.
And now it's Matteo's turn. Going
Third
to his
turn?
third turn. Is it 5 turns,
Yes.
right? Probably Matteo is gonna try to gather himself and attack the 5th turn, since the 5th turn is in his side, and he only has to do 8 damage to his opponent. But I'm pretty sure that Manuel has the cards he needs to defend and
I
take
can
a
see
draw.
a counter spell in his hand. That's Arcane Denial. Extremely powerful counter that can trip itself. Not many players actually run it in their deck.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Alright.
Maybe a match ended. Oh, here is a detention sphere on
Yeah,
Crown, which
it's
goes to
gonna
the
happen.
commander zone.
And the Tension Sphere is actually gonna happen without counter.
I guess that it happened.
Rafik
I mean,
is in Matteo's hand, right?
yes,
Not
of
on the
course.
commander
So it
zone.
cost 4.
And not on the commander zone,
No.
right? Okay.
Maybe he hoped that Manuel actually forgot about it.
But I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But
No, maybe he's just trying to gather something up. But Manuel just drew another counter spell. So I
yes,
think
this
that
game is definitely a draw.
yeah, I don't think that Matteo has a chance to bring this at home, as
An announcement from the head judge
alla gara di Ceci.
at the
I'm
judge
sorry for that.
station.
Okay.
Here is Vial once again.
Yeah.
From
He's
Manuel's
really
hand.
just. Okay,
It's a
and
draw.
this is a draw. Yeah, as we said, this would have probably ended up in a draw. Very,
Which
very
player
good
would you like to
games.
interview in the case?
I don't think that we have the time,
Probably
but
we have not. You're right. Maybe later on, because
Maybe
it's
later
a
on,
really.
yeah.
I mean, both decks are really interesting since, as I said, Grixis is one of the big tires. It's
Yeah.
the deck to beat this.
but Rafik did really put
Really
a hell of
well,
a fight.
yes, of course.
I mean, I'm not sure who would have won if there was no time, but I think that probably Matteo could have won this. But you never know what they could have
Yes,
drawn,
especially when
etc.,
speaking
etc.
about Grixis measure, you know.
Well, GG guys, and I hope you will follow the other casts, as the next cast is gonna it will be for the 4th round, right?
Yes, the 4th round.
See you later.